What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So today we're in the garage, and the reason we're in the garage is all of these boxes. So if you're familiar with this channel, you know that I go to a lot of swap meets and I try to go to a lot of estate sales that are car related. There's a couple of shop closings and then like regular estate sales. There's videos actually in this channel about some of the cool stuff that I found and some of the deals that you can get in an estate sale. But other than that, I like going to regular yard sales and regular estate sales because you do find good stuff, which is the reason for this video today. The first thing I do when I go to an estate sale is I always hit the garage first, right? In fact, one of my first videos on this channel was from a bunch of snap-on tools that I bought at an estate sale. Same thing. Nothing crazy, wasn't on Facebook Marketplace. I just showed up and there happened to be a toolbox right there and I ended up buying a whole bunch of tools. There's a video about that. I'll link it all in the description about the different estate sales. Same thing happened with this estate sale. Showed up, went to the garage, started digging around. There was some random tools here and there. You know, usually estate sales happen because the owner passes away and they got to get rid of all their stuff. But I started seeing something interesting. It says Mustang lights, headlights, car radios, and then this box says Mustang black seat covers. So I started gathering everything up in a big pile and I asked them, I said, is all this for sale? And they said, yeah, everything in the garage is for sale. One of the people from the estate sale came out and said, oh, no, all that stuff is sold. Apparently, the owner was a Mustang collector, and they said they still had like a 67 or a 66. And they had fenders, hoods, wheels, just a bunch of parts that were already purchased. And these were just the boxes that they were going to come get. This is on a Saturday. They were going to come pick all this stuff up on a Saturday. So they said it's all sold. So, me being a nice guy, I gathered all the boxes, and I put them in this shelf area that they had. So then they said, wait, would you still be interested if they don't ever come pick it up? Because you know how it's an estate sale. Money talks, right? So I said, yeah, sure. I left, had a little bit of lunch. I get a phone call, and it said like Illinois on it. So I didn't answer it. I thought it was a scam call. And then I get it again. I answered the phone, and they're like, hey, apparently they're not going to come back. Would you still be interested? I said, sure. So I drove back. It was still all in the corner, piled up just like I had left it. I guess nobody was interested in Mustang parts. I didn't open any of these boxes. I just collected all of them. Anything that said Mustang or car parts, put them in a big pile and said, I'll just buy them the way they are and hopefully I get a good deal on them and hopefully there's some good stuff on them. So we're going to go through it. I'll show you everything I picked up. Now, this is the first time that I'm looking at this stuff too. I did, pop open and just quickly look at it, but you know how it is if you're if you're at a sale and you start pulling stuff out, other people are looking, they're like, hey, I want to buy that. So a lot of times it's just a good idea to make a big pile of stuff and say, how much you want for that stuff? And that's how you get the best deal out of everything. We're going to dig through them, see if I actually got a good deal. And you wait to the end of the video, I'll tell you how much I paid for all this stuff, right? So let's get started. So this is the box that says 67 Mustang, back seat covers, buckets, back bowls. But it's only one box, so I don't know how many buckets are actually in there. Oh, but look at that. It looks like it's exactly what it says. That's really nice. And the foam is in great shape. It looks like this is an original cover taken off a Mustang, like a Ford factory cover. But I can't tell. I'm not a Mustang expert. Oh, but it's, okay, so that's one seat. That's the bottom cover. What the heck is this? Oh, this is a back seat. All right. So I have one seat. Look at this is the back. This is the back seat, the back top seat. And I don't know, they look original. They look like they're in great shape. Or whoever recovered these, or whoever made these is just really good at it because they're in really good shape. The vinyl still looks amazing. So it's one seat and one back seat. Oh, these are the seat backs. Nice. So that's not bad. Now, I don't know how much this is actually worth. And I don't know how many people are out there looking for seat covers or used seat covers like this one. And they are in great shape, so hopefully they're worth something. In this box, so this is one of the boxes that I did open, and this is a used idler arm. And it looks like it's a brand new idler arm. Now, I don't know why I was excited. I think my Mustang needs one, and it is for a 67, which is what I have sitting right there. So that's a good part. There are these old light buckets. And there's a whole bunch of these. Here's some random hardware in that little thing. Let me open it up, see what it's for. I couldn't tell you. I'm not a Mustang expert, but I do know that this stuff will nickel and dime you, especially little fasteners like this. I mean, I got 4 in here, and I just recently bought some fasteners for that Mustang. They were like 20 bucks. There's some vacuum line. Oh, check this out. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That is in great shape. That Mustang Pony. And this is a Ford part. So that is way worth it. Just for that, really. I know they make good repops, but this is an actual Ford Motor Company part. I don't know if you can see the part number right there. Here's some radio knobs. And the good thing about this stuff is this is actually Ford parts. And like I said, I'm no Mustang expert, but I know that when it's a Ford factory part in 67, it was quality stuff. And here it looks like I got a bunch of radios. This is not a Ford radio, but I got the bezel. It's a tape player. Oh, look, it's a Craig. It's an old radio. But I do got the bezel. Let's see what's in here. Oh, this is a Ford radio. See, even says Ford right there. So that'll probably be worth a pretty penny. And there's a couple in here. So there's a couple of Ford radios. This one says 66 Mustang. Factory radios. It'd be cool to see if they work. Maybe I'll put power to one of them and see how they do. Here's a couple of Mustang caps. I don't know if these are original, but they are cool. I want to see what's this. Good Stang radio. So this box says it's a good Stang radio, so this is probably a working one. It's labeled that way. And the dude did label everything. So thanks to that guy. Check that out. Don't know what year that is for. But it says it's a good one. I don't know what any of this stuff is worth. I'm sure they're worth something because they are factory parts. And we all know stuff was made better back in the day. So this is probably worth some good money. And it comes with the original barn dust. You know that's worth a lot of money. Bunch of light bezels. These look like turn signals. And a lot of times they'll say the year on the actual lens. This says 68. So this is probably one of those marker lights on the fender of a 68. And it is a factory Ford. Here's some headlight hardware. I think these are the turn signal bezels. They go into the bumper. And they look like they're Ford. So who knows? Probably 10 bucks worth of parts in here. Oh, there's a whole headlight bucket in here. Let me pull it out. Whoops. So I know I bought one of these for that Mustang. And I ended up paying like $80 for this thing. So definitely worth it. Nothing's broken. A lot of the times this tab will break off. And this one's in great shape. And it's a Ford factory part. Has a part number on there. Well, that's a reverse light. Goes on the rear bumper. And I got the pair of those, so those are worth some money. I'm pretty sure they are. All right, this is the box that I did open up. And it just really had all these ignition wires in it. So here's a couple of turn signal switches. And they look like they're in great shape. So back in the day when I was a kid, I could actually go to pick your part. And if my Mustang or my whatever car needed a part, you can actually pull this part out of a working car. And the factory parts, in my opinion, have always been better than the aftermarket parts. And these look like they're in great shape. Maybe the guy was parting a bunch of Mustangs out. But that's a good find right there, because I know definitely that Mustang needs a turn signal switch. The emergency button is broken. Look, there's a park neutral switch. 65. I think they work for mostly any Mustang. Oh, here's a vacuum advance for a distributor. I don't know if anybody will be needing that. I guess if somebody's looking to restore like a numbers matching Mustang, which I think that's a thing. I'm not sure. Here's a, looks like a voltage regulator. Oh, and it has an external fuse. I've never seen that. That's pretty cool. Just a stock coil there. Starter solenoid, another voltage regulator. There's a light, factory light switch. And it looks like it's in great shape. No corrosion. But that's an aftermarket part. But either way, that's 20 bucks. Shoot. This one, I don't know what's in here. Let's open it up. Oh, that's cool. That's a third brake light. I mean, this isn't a factory part, but that is cool. Check that out. That is cool. And it has all the wiring and stuff for it. That's cool. That's a cool find. You know, because in the 80s when these came out, this was the wave of the future. Third brake light on the inside of your car? Shoot. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's put this all back. Here's a battery hold down. Don't know if that's, oh, but here's the rest of these. Okay. So just in this alone, I think my purchase was well worth it. The pony and then a couple of pony badges that say 289 on them. Definitely, these are in great shape. I'm going to open all these up. So these little ponies are in great shape, and they're all Ford factory parts. The chrome is good. The colors are still really nice. So just in this stuff, I think I did very well. These are all the Mustang letters, and it looks like there's a few of them in here. And I've known to buy these aftermarket, and they're pretty much garbage. These are in great shape. Look at the chrome on these. Those are really good. Oh, and then it has a bottle full of those little retainers, you know, that go on these little nubs that you stick through the fender or through the hood. So that's definitely worth the price that I paid. Oh, look, here's some lenses for the speedometer. So I'm pretty sure you can clean these up. These are just plastic. And I don't know if these are factory, because there is a Scott Drake part number on there. Scott Drake makes Mustang parts. Door hardware. If you've ever tried to put a car together that someone else is taking apart, this looks like window hardware. Here are those little window grommets that go on the runners. If you've ever taken apart something that somebody else is taking apart and you're missing hardware, man, that stuff will kill you. Oh, look, here's some hood bumpers, some like plug. I think these go where the seats go, because these seats bolt through the bottom and these grommets go in those holes. If somebody else has taken the car apart before you did and they lost all of your hardware, you know how much that stuff's gonna nickel and dime you to death. Got a couple of gas caps, little emblems. As you can see how nice that one looks compared to this one. This one's okay, but that one's in great shape. So if you had one and you wanted a factory part, because these are factory parts, yep, they got a part number right there. If you're looking to rebuild your Mustang with factory parts, I have one. Oh, that's a horn button right there. And it's probably factory also. But there is just a bunch of these, bunch of little hardware, bunch of these little pill containers. Like that one says windshield, molding clips. This box is full of that stuff. So these are rocker panel trim clips. You know that chrome piece they got at the bottom of the rocker panel? There's brand new clips in here with the hardware to mount them. And again, if you've ever restored a car, you know that this stuff is, say, 35 bucks, 45 bucks. But when you add it all up, you're looking into the thousands and just ridiculous little trim pieces that you need to buy to finish off your car. So it's cool to have all this. So this has a bunch of driver's door felt. So these are the little felts that go on the inside of the window when you roll it down, so it doesn't rattle in there. And this piece, I believe, is for the front of the hood. I'm pretty sure that's what that goes. I have 2 of those, and these are Ford parts. See, they still got the packaging. Let's see if they got the number on them. I mean, I can't really tell the difference between a Ford part and an aftermarket part. I'm sure somebody out there can, but these look very factory because they're nice and thick. A lot of the new stuff is real thin. This one just said grill pieces, and that it does have. So these are in pretty good shape. I think these are for a 68 or maybe a 67. They are a little beat up, but I'm pretty sure these can get straightened out and repolished. So around the front of the grill, these basically kind of like sit in the opening. Look, see, these are in great shape, like beautiful shape. These just need to be polished. See, so that sits on the inside of the grill, and then that, I'm pretty sure, lines it out like that. And again, Ford parts. Last but not least is this box. And this is really nothing. There's a harmonic balancer, a pulley, fuel pump, idler pulley. There's an alternator bracket and a distributor. So nothing to really write home about. So total for everything, I got it for $100. $100 I don't think is bad. A lot of the stuff I'm gonna try to sell because I really don't have use for it. The Mustang I have is actually very complete. I have a lot of parts. Really the only thing that was missing was the engine and trans. But there's a trunk full of parts in this Mustang. So I don't really need much except a little trim and hardware. That's the reason why I really jumped on this stuff, because a lot of that hardware is missing because it was taken apart, put in the backyard, and then I ended up acquiring it. So little by little, I've been buying stuff at the swap meet, hardware here and there, and now I got a whole bunch of it. But there you go, guys. If you guys recognize any of this stuff or even know how much any of this stuff is worth, I'm sure somebody can use those seat covers and those seat backs. I'm sure people need factory pony badges, right? I know they make good aftermarket parts, but it's always cool to have the factory part. But this stuff will be for sale, guys. I'm not going to keep any of it, or at least the stuff that I don't need. You know, I don't want to be a hoarder. As you can tell, I'm doing plenty of that already. I got plenty of stuff in here that I need to get rid of. Hope you liked the video. Thank you for joining me once again. Please like and subscribe if you're liking the content. Leave me some comments. Like I said, if you guys know what any of this stuff is worth, or if you guys need any of it, hit me up. I'll ship it to you guys. Again, appreciate you guys. Look down in the description. I'll put up the videos of some of the estate sales and some of the swap meets that I've been to. Appreciate you guys. Catch you on the next one.